Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's the morning segment. Yes, there's going to be one later on this evening with my good brother Ralph, and of course his voice of reason segment is coming up maybe an hour or two after this morning segment. I've got some news in regards to a certain person wanting to take the manager's job. I wanted to cover that yesterday, but I thought, yeah, a lot of you are wanting the change, the wind of change. I thought I don't want to feed into that, but I'll cover that today. And there's some other news in regards to under 21s and a certain player featuring sooner rather than later. I was really surprised actually he played. But anyway, I'll see you on the other side of this music intro. Yes, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I tell you what, man, it's cold over here in the UK, man. North London, God, dare me, man. Talk about brass monkeys. Oh, dear. Anyway, yeah, before I get into this one, like I usually say in my opening gambit or opening words, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell notification buttons so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. I've got my water, I've got my juice all ready. Sore throat, dry throat. Anyway, let's get into the news. So the first bit of news I wanted to talk about is about this person is wanting to steal away the position of manager at Arsenal. Max Allegri has already revealed when he could replace Mikel Arteta as manager. Cheeky so and so. Max Allegri has already revealed when he plans to make a return to management following a full season away from football after leaving his post at Juventus. Max Allegri has previously revealed when he plans to return to management amid talks of him replacing Mikel Arteta. Well, listen, I haven't been talking about Allegri for the longest period of time. I haven't spoken about him replacing Mikel Arteta. It's all you lot out there, isn't it? It's not anyone on here, Cannon Foy TV, I tell you now. Anyway, let's continue with the report. It says, despite guiding the Gunners to success in FA Cup final just 4 months ago, there are rumours that the Spanish tactician is under pressure in North London. He's under a lot of pressure. Despite, the defeat in the North London derby against Tottenham on Sunday afternoon was also six from their opening 11 Premier League games, a sequence which has left them 7 points above the relegation zone. As a result, Allegri is one of four names in the frame to become the next Gunners manager, should the vacancy become available. Now, like I said, I didn't want to. This actually came out a couple of weeks ago, and again, because I can see the wind of change, a lot of people are talking about, Arteta doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head. He's inexperienced. Well, we know that he's inexperienced. We know that. We don't want to get into the conundrum again. After 18 months, we get a new manager in. He's going to sideline certain players. He's going to feature and fancy other players. Look at Saliba. Look at Saliba. There's something going on with William Saliba, and I'm going to get to that towards the end of this live segment here. So that's what happens when you got a new manager in. The dynamics changes. Certain players he will want, and other players he will not want. Anyway, yeah, Max Allegri, man. I'm not entertaining that debate there. If you guys want to come in and talk about Max Allegri, then by all means talk about it. Okay, it's just news, a news segment feature. That's what I'm going to say. So yeah, he's saying that he's ready to come back. Not necessarily to Arsenal, I would say. Not necessarily to Arsenal. He's just saying that he's ready to come back into managing a football club. Not necessarily at Arsenal. I know what you guys are like. I know what you're thinking. Anyway, this other bit of news. We saw, well, I didn't see them play actually. The under 23s played, not under 23s, under 21s played last night. It was good to see, the chap there, Martinelli. Martinelli feature. Look at the 11. Socrates, Saliba, Akinola, Aziz, Cotro, Martinelli, Amora. Yes, they all played. And you know what happened? We lost 3-0 against AFC Wimbledon. It's too early in the morning for me. Yes, we lost 3-0. And as you can see here, we got 2 players sent off. Akinola got sent off for, I think, was it 2 Boko offences? And Saliba also got sent off. So we ended up with 9 players. Welcome back, Gabriel Martinelli. Welcome back indeed. Not good. Not good at all. But you know what? Let's get into the live chat for the first time this morning and see who has joined me. I've got Inga says, please, Arsenal, make this happen. Arteta out, Allegri in. It's not going to solve anything, Ingas. Not going to solve anything. Hi, Rax, I hope you are well, man. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I had to do a little placement, see what I'm feeling about. Yeah, I'm doing the morning segments. It's a long story. I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm not a happy bunny, but anyway. Don 1982 says, hello, Alex. And Don Juan, I hope you are well, my friend. Ismail says, hi, Alex. And Labanje says, morning, Alex. How are you on this cold? Oh, cold. I'd like rushed back for my placement. I did like a trial morning in a new placement. We'll see how I feel. So my consultant at my agent has been calling me to find out, how do you feel about this placement? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, yeah, I'm good. I hope you're well, my friend. Anyway, Levan. Yasembo says, good morning, young fella. Okay, I'll take that, man. I'll take that. Hey, Alex. Amit, I hope you're well, my friends. I'm speaking about Allegri. Alex, please, Max, join. I do not want an Italian as a manager. Why not, Amit? Why not? A bit of exciting news finally. What news is that? Listen, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to come to Arsenal. He's just saying in the report that he feels it's about time now to return to managing. That's all he's saying. He's not saying, yeah, I'm coming to take Arteta's job. He's not saying that. He's just saying now is the time after he's had a layoff, no longer the manager, Uwe, he's now ready to come back into management. Not necessarily at Arsenal, Ingas. Don't get too excited, my friend. Don't get too excited. If we know that is his experience, why do we want to keep him so desperately? Alex, he's not good enough. It's clear. The same thing, the same tact, the same story I'm going to use for Unai Emery, I'm going to use with Mikel Arteta. Period. We had an experienced manager in Unai Emery. After 18 months, the players down tools, the fan base had enough of him. The same thing's happening now. What happens now, Inga? So we get Max Allegri in. And about after maybe a season and a half through, he starts to lose games. Are you going to call for his head as well? This is what I do not want for Arsenal. And this is what's going to happen. After about 15 to 18 months, the manager starts to lose the control of the players, starts to lose games. Are you going to call for Max Allegri to be sacked? So we're going to be in the same circle now as Chelsea. Yeah, after about one season and a half, they start to sack their managers. That's not the Arsenal way. Alex, how do you spell Allegri's first name? Good question. I think it's the former, Maximiliano. I'm thinking Max. It's Maximiliano, the former. You entertained the talk about him. I know I did, but it's only a new segment. That's all I'm saying. But you're right. I shouldn't talk about it, should I? Again, I don't want to feed into the story, into that. Yeah, we need to get Arteta out. I'm not Arteta out. No. If we bring in a new manager, we will lose another transfer window. Ingas, see? The latter, is it? Are you sure? I'm sure it's Max. We're just checking to see. Bear me a second. Ah, you're right. Yes, it's Mass. It's not Max. Massimiliano Allegri. All right, all right, all right, all right. Ingers showing off, showing off. Yeah, just because you can spell and I can't spell, it will fix some things. I'm sure Arteta doesn't know what he is doing. What things is it going to fix? What things is it going to fix, Ingers? And then if he does come in, if Arteta gets demoted or he gets sacked, he comes in. I'm sure after a year and a half, you're going to be on Cannon for TV telling me the same thing. Oh, Max doesn't know. Sorry, Mass Allegri doesn't know what he's doing. We want him out. I can see that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm absolutely sure. I want a new board. How do we make that happen? Well, the easiest thing that everyone can do is just stop buying the merchandise. Stop buying the merchandise and maybe demonstrating and having a Cronk It Out campaign. That's a start, but I'm not saying to do that. Please take Arteta's job. I'm excited. Well, you want me to take his job? I'm good, Alex. Just Arsenal giving me too much anxiety. Arsenal, sort it out. Sort it out. Emery didn't make us 15th. So why did he get sacked? Why did he get sacked? Can you tell me that, Ingers? Why did he get sacked? No, Max out. Give Arteta his 2 years and funds and a good transfer market and get rid of the deadwood. Thank you, Don Juan, for that. Thank you very much. Ingers? Let's update on the Savoy dinner. As for Italians, I do not like how they play. Look at the mess Stardy did at Chelsea. No, thank you. No, there's no updates. I'm not sure what's happened. Was his name Paul? Paul Oram? I've not seen anything, and he's not coming for the longest time. I know he lives in South Africa, and he did say at that time he'll be coming to London at some stage, but I've not heard anything. What I will do, I'll probably send him an email to make sure he's okay. In this time, the coronavirus is quite precarious times that we're living in. But no, there's been no update on that. Alex, while we are waiting for a new manager in January, there will be no buying or selling again. The more things change, the more they remain the same. I'm hoping there's not going to be any buying. I hope there's going to be a lot more selling, or only selling. No buying, please. Yes, I'll possibly a call for his head, but I hope he would actually start shipping. And that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah, we've got no patience. We don't have any patience anymore, do we? We want instant success right here, right now. That's not how things happen. Jurgen Klopp, that has to be the blueprint for Arsenal. Yeah, got rid of them, Hicks and Gillette. And now, look at the owners there. Flying. The players are flying. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Arteta is an amateur. We know that. We know that. My man Allegri. Ingers. Good morning, Alex. Blessings to you and your family. We need to unite as fans and get the board out. Yeah, the bigger, fish to be fried, man, or cats to be skinned. Further up. But thank you, Tracy Linton. It's been a while. You haven't been on Cannon 42 for a long time. Hello from the United States of America. Colin, I hope you're well, my friends. What's the weather like? Whereabouts in the States are you, anyway? I think you might have told me. He will fix our shape and formation. We won't play rubbish players because he has seen it all and understands managing much better than Arteta, a proven winner, Allegri. Hey, Guns and Yellow Ribbons. I think it's the first time you've been on Cannon 4 TV in a live chat. Any new manager would want bundles of cash, which we don't have. Ingers, I hope you're reading these comments in the live chat. It's not as easy or as simple as getting a new manager in, and everything's going to be fine. It doesn't work like that, Ingers. Emery did get sacked because of the deadwood. 10 players I listed about needing to leave. Ingers. Emery got sacked because of, at the time, Arsenal fans still had high expectations, but now their mindset is like we are trying to survive relegation. That's the problem. And also, the fan base is so reactionary. No patience at all. Want instant success. It's not going to happen. The mentality at the club has to change, but that can only start from the top and filter all the way down. It will take a good 5 years to change that mentality. The players are indicative of what's happening at the top. I don't know how many more times I can say that. Alice, do you think we should wish to get relegated so that Stan is forced to sell the club? All I'm going to say is I wouldn't want to see Arsenal get relegated. I wouldn't want that for Arsenal. Things will get a lot worse before they can get better. Now, whether it means that Arsenal do eventually get relegated, because no club is good enough not to get relegated. All teams have a possibility to get relegated. But we have been the longest in top flight football of all the clubs in England. But if it takes that for Stan to sell, then so be it. Then so be it. But you've got to look at the top. Not instant success, Alex. I'm not asking for that. But did he actually try getting Bellerin and Xhaka out? He begged Xhaka to stay after he told fans to F off. He should have never played again. Listen, Ingers, I completely agree with what you're saying there. Completely on side of you. You know, again, his opening words in his first press conference about, giving clean slates to these players. For me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. In managerial, circles, if you've seen how players disrespect managers who are down tools, then you wouldn't want those players. You'd want to get rid of those players. Get rid of them. That's all I've got to say. But I do blame him for, playing these players. I do blame him. But, should that be a sackable offence? No. He's only had one transfer window. Give him his time to sell the players, get rid of the deadwood, bring in his own players, then we can judge him. Right about now, a lot of these players are not his players. Ingers, it's not about paying rubbish players. Wake up. It's the players that are paying rubbish. You can fix everything with a new manager. Really, come on, man. Wake up. It's up to the players to commit. Facts of the matter. Unai had as 1 point off top 4. 2 points off the third in a European final. And still the players down tools. Still the players down tools. And you probably saw that they didn't like Unai Emery, didn't, believe in his training tactics. Disrespectful, man. Disgusting behavior. Absolutely disgusting. Why can't we, get rid of and sack these players? Why does it always have to fall in the head of the managers? I feel so sorry for Unai Emery, but, however, I'm sure he's looking across the water and laughing or having a little chuckle to himself, thinking, look at Arsenal now. And actually, there was a small snippet that came out yesterday or the day before, where he's talking about our number 10. And he said that in all his managerial positions there, he's always had a good relationship with all the quality players. And with our number 10, he tried so much, but then his attitude was just not right. I don't know, man. If I was a player and I saw our number 10 having an attitude against the manager, we'd probably come to blows, man. Probably come to blows. But that all doesn't matter now. This board will not put a proper manager in if Arteta out happens. We need 7 players out and replace immediately, and then look at the depth in our squad. This is a massive rebuild. Asking a manager will shunt the stability we are trying to build. Ingers, it's right there. I'm telling you, once you get rid of the manager or you sack the manager, the dynamics changes again. I said this season, above anything else, I want stability. By that, I mean we need to have players gone. They have to believe and buy into the project under Arteta. They have to understand Arteta ball. The fans have to get on side. Stability above anything else there. We're not going to win the Europa League. And we have to understand that. Don't try and make the players out to be something that they're not. I know that. I understand that. And it's not so much I'm lowering my expectations. I just understand the reality. This is the reality, and we have to deal with it. But to get rid of a manager now is not going to solve anything, Ingers. And anybody else who's like watching now, who's Arteta out, it's not going to solve anything. As if Max comes in, the unmentionable will get a new contract. Same as Xhaka, Mustafi, and Bellerin. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm heeding your words. I understand what you're saying. Guys, thank you for coming in. And I can see, yeah, there's a lot of you coming in. There's just numbers fluctuating with just under 30. Thank you for that. New York, New York. It's a damn cold day over here in London as well, Colin. I understand all that. I'm not expecting them to spend loads. They don't have any money. I want a manager to see for himself that players like can't take a throw in. Xhaka, Kola, our number 10 are the ones that must be binned first and foremost. There's a question for you, Ingers. So if he gets rid of at least 7 to 8 players, would you be on Arteta's side? Would you be on side, or are you irrespective of if he gets the players out, you just want him out, period? So the question is again, if he gets rid of 7 players, would you still be Arteta out? The team is much better than we are showing. This is why we are where we are. You can't blame the manager. And the board needs to support Arteta this January at least. Don, are you wanting to see new players come in Arsenal, or for you? I just want players gone. I don't want to see incomings. I just want to see a lot of players gone. My question to you, do you want to see 1 or 2 players coming in the January transfer window? Are you in Europe? Me, yes, I'm in Europe. I'm in the UK, London, North London. Just over half an hour by the underground to the stadium. At what point do people start questioning the players? World Cup winners, world-class players not turning up or trying. That's a good point, actually. That's a really good point. Luck, what is that going to solve by again disturbing the dynamics? What is that going to solve? Tell me. I'm sure Cedric and Willock would do a better job instead of of Bellerin and Xhaka. The best thing that could happen is we get one of these aggressive entrepreneurs, but into Arsenal and hit the reset button. It's a sackable offence. Play kids from academy if they are not given a chance. How can we know how good they are? We've seen some of these players failing for years, but he keeps playing them. It's a sackable offence. Rafina, good morning, says, enough is enough. It is time for Arteta to be sacked. He lacks ambition and knowledge. He signed Marty, Suarez, and Willian, whereas they are better players like Jota, Todd Cantwell, Max Aarons, Ben Rahim. He has 2 strikers, Auba and Laka, but for reality, he hasn't even a single day benched Auba, and we have other youngsters like Bellingham and Nketiah. Rafina, welcome to Camel Post. I think you're probably new, actually. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But for me, it's not a sackable offence. It's not. Personally, I'm going to judge him once he's had 2 to 3 transfer windows. And when he's got his own players in, then we can see. Then we can make our own assumptions. Let's not be so reactive and wanting Arteta right because he's lost those games on the battle. And I'm saying to you again that if we get Mass Allegri in and he starts to lose 4 or 5 games on the bounce with different players, do you ask for him to be sacked as well? Probably you do. But I'm not going to. I don't like to see managers lose their jobs. Let's get relegated with Arteta and let's see what will be said then. Ingers, don't make me laugh, man. I'm happy for Emiliano Martinez. He must think he has dodged the bullet. Yeah, he has. He has, man. Yeah, good luck to him, man. Good luck to him. I do, wish him all the best. Why didn't they trust Emery then? I don't know. You have got to ask them. I was Emery in, like I'm Arteta in as well. What made them believe that Arteta would be the Messiah? He has got. I think he was a cheaper option, an easier option. He has got some of his players in, like William, which is a fraud. Only one player. Well, 3 players. I don't have belief in him that he will ever get rid of his adopted son. So no, Arteta out. Proven experienced manager in who won't be biased. The issue is our fan base have not witnessed a slump like this. Remember Bruce Rioch and Terry Neal? I'm of that era. Been supporting Arsenal since 1977/78. I'm of that era. And go further back before my era, Arsenal didn't win anything from 1959 to 1971. 1971 being, of course, a double winning year. So our fan base have seen slumps like this. We've got Elto, original Godfather, who's been supporting Arsenal for the longest time. But in recent memory, we've not seen this. And as well, from 1971 until 1989, well, Arsenal won the league, had to go to Anfield, and boom. So we've had slumps. And this is another slump. This is the longest slump that we've had in our history. Oh, did I read? Yeah. Yeah. Bruce Rioch and Terry Neal, man. Ian Wright almost came to blows with Bruce Rioch, boy. God, dearie me. Number 10 is meant to be getting a transfer in January. I heard that as well. I heard that on another podcast, a podcast I don't really like to follow. End of conversation on that. And Juventus snubbed Arsenal's 27.5 million price tag for Torreira. Just support your team through thick and thin. Ingers, are you reading this? Come on. Cyril says Allegri Mutin is merely pure speculation, and that's what I said. Just because he's saying it's time for him to come back to management, it doesn't mean necessarily that he wants to come to Arsenal. It just means that he wants to come back into management. That's what it means. Arteta is there to stay, according to the Cronkies. Give Arteta the tools, and he will do the job. Give him his own team, then see. He inherited dead fish. Oh, Ingers won't like that. Ingers! Alex, is Arsenal the worst run club in the league? I personally think it is a toss-up between us and Newcastle. I do feel we've had this discussion before, Amit, about Newcastle. I don't know what to say, man. Really, I don't know what to say. They got a big fan base. I think is it like a 50-odd thousand capacity stadium, and they always pack it out, man. Home games are packed out. Not sure any of us have the answer, Ingers. Many good footballers' minds say Unai Emery should not have been out. Majid A says, hi, Alex. It's so upsetting what's going on. I like Arteta as well. Oh, Paul Smith, I hope you're well, my friend. It's been a long time since we've actually you've been in live chats. on Toko Kozo, see your comment there, but I'm not going to bring it up. We've spent enough time talking about that. Our number 10. When number 10 is on the pitch, we have a passenger. See, that's another thing we agree on as well. We might disagree on a lot of stuff, but we agree on that. Invincible man. What's happening, man? We are 11 games in, sitting at 13 points, worse in 30 odd years. How many fans were Emery out at that point when we are doing a bit better last year? But now they want to give Arteta time. Invincible man, I was Arteta. I was Unai Emery in. I could foresee what was going to happen. 2 weeks ago, it was like a year when the fan base and the board sacked Unai Emery. And I said, once you get rid of a coach, the dynamics changes. I said that. But I was Unai Emery in. You can see what Arteta is trying to do. He's building a spine. When Wenger came in, he had George Graham's back five, and that was the spine at Arsenal. DS Electrons Unlimited. Hello, Alex and crew. Alex, something else is happening behind the scenes. I agree with you as well. The reason I say this is that our number 10, being a world-class creator, why is he so happy to sit on the sidelines? No professional pride. And the funny thing is, it's not funny. Look at Socrates. Given the opportunity to play in the under-23s, he played, didn't he? For me, that shows professionalism and class. Whereas you got our number 10 sending cryptic messages on his social media accounts. I don't want that guy ever playing for Arsenal again. 6 million a year versus Mourinho's 50 million a year. Ingers, they couldn't understand Unai Emery. Good evening. But disrespectful, man. They were disrespectful to Unai Emery. No Lacazette out. All the defenders, bar Tierney and Gabriel, out. Our own midfielders in whether it will be under 23s or incomings, and people that can cross, take corners, and big defenders in too. I said there's lots of work to be done. Lots of work to be done. There's so many parts of this jigsaw which are wrong. The owners, the boards, the mentality, the players, the fan base. So many things at Arsenal are not right. So many things are wrong at Arsenal. Also, it will take a magician to untwine all this, but a lot more than that. Boy, I remember them Rioch days. Snip genius, yeah. And I go back, yeah. Terry Neal. I go back to Terry Neal days. That's how long I've been supporting Arsenal. You forgot 1979. Yes. Yeah, the 2-minute final, man. I tell you what, I would just love it to interview Alan Sunderland, man. Oh, even when I still watch the FA Cup final even now. The hairs on my back keep going up, but I just see him stoop to score the winner against Man United, and like he's running back. You can see on his mouth what he's saying, but dearie me, man. Oh, God. I was kind of torn between following West Indies cricket and, like footy as well. My brother and my dad were big Arsenal fans. I love my cricket. I love watching the West Indies. And I remember where I was. 78 final, we lost against Ipswich, and I was out primary school trip because we're like the last year that we summer trip, and we were in the shallows. We were watching the FA Cup final 1978. I was thinking, Arsenal, they are kind of good. After all, I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna support them. But yeah, man, 79. Oh my days, man, those were the days. Hey up, power to the Gooners! Ashidee's in the house. Just have a quick skiver. There's got to be one in it. Arteta's fate will be resolved in the next 3 to 4 games. If he doesn't win them and we keep sliding down the table even more, I think he will be sacked, even if the board is saying they are backing him. That is the death knell, isn't it? When the board says, "Oh, we're backing him," sometimes it's the opposite, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not Arteta right. If he falls on his sword and attack him, it's not that I want that to happen. Robbie, good morning. Says hello, Alex, and hello to you, my friend. Snipe Dot Junior says instead of us going for Awa again, we should go for Sabitzer. I featured him. God, my goodness, like more than 2 or 3 times during the transfer window. You go back on the platform, you see I featured him quite a few times, and I also featured Awa quite a few times as well. I do support the team through thick and thin. I just don't believe in this manager that he will get us beloved club higher than 10th this season, and he's morphing into a Wenger in his last 3 years. Allegri will need a war chest to take the job at Arsenal, maybe 200 million to rebuild. That's a lot of money, man. A lot of money that Arsenal don't have. We don't have it. Arteta is to blame. He has taken an average team who scored plenty but concede more and turned us into a terrible team that still concede but now scores a 0. 0, 0, 0. Engels is right. We deserve better as fans. But DS Electronics, changing the manager now is not going to solve anything. It's going to compound the issues that we already have. It's going to compound things. It's not going to solve anything. Guys, thank you for coming in this Wednesday. Almost said Tuesday. This Wednesday morning. Well, almost, yeah. 25 to 12 over here. Guys, thank you for coming in. I didn't want Pep to play in the first place. Neither did I. I was so annoyed. I'm still annoyed that the sacking of Unai Emery, the first European final in I'm not going to get into that before I get all emotional. Exactly, this man. It doesn't make any sense. What do they see in this manager? The novice in him is showing bad now. It is showing bad. We are seeing a problem even now, and then which is the midfield, and that is where we really lack quality in. Partey can't do the job alone. Surely all Premier coaches can take advantage of our midfield. Well, they have been. They have been doing that. Bring back Elneny. That's what I say. Hi, all Kent. What's happening, my friend? I hope you are well. Alex, are you embarrassed by how well Spurs are doing while we can't even beat Villa? I won't say I'm embarrassed. I'm angry and annoyed to see the demise of Arsenal, not only under Mikel Arteta. It's been happening for quite a few years now. But am I embarrassed? I'm not embarrassed. I'm always going to support Arsenal above and beyond whatever Spurs will do there. And they will not win the league. They won't win the league. Big up yourself. All right, so you got an ally now, Ingers, yeah? You got an ally. Every single game, we run Xhaka in our midfield. We get overrun. Xhaka is a passenger as well. I know that, Colin. I know that. We'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday against Burnley. Well, I think I already know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Not being funny, but it was possible to understand Emery easily. For me, it was as well. For me, it was. I didn't have no problems, but I give him so much props for doing it. His first press conference in English. I give the guy props, man. So much respect to Unai Emery. If we're going to bring in a new manager, it would take Benitez over Allegri. Benitez did well with no money at Newcastle, and Allegri plays too much of a negative football. Terry Neal days for me. Bullet Sticks 99. I know. I know. A lot of the fan base needs to go back and check out the history of Arsenal, man. We've had slumps like this before, but not this length of time. 59 to 71, 71 to 89. Didn't win squat diddly. Ings has to realise that most of the players on the team are from Wenger and Emery didn't get a proper transfer window either. So how long does Ings want us to be going around in circles? Arteta in people will turn after we get spanked on Boxing Day against Chelsea, and he will finally be sacked. Surely everyone knew after Wenger left, we would go through the ringer with managers. Yeah, I could foresee it, but worse still, for the 699 is the fan base. So reactionary to the extreme. They want instant success. They want it like not yesterday. They want it now. They want their pudding, not yesterday. They want it now. They want their Christmas presents, not yesterday, but they want it now. Everything now. It doesn't work like that. Just look at Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. That has to be the blueprint there. It takes time. So sack your manager, 12 months later, more bad results, sack your... And that's what I'm saying, Ken. That's what I'm trying to say. That, it's going to be the revolving door now. Minimum 12 months, we sack him because he gets a run of bad results. I don't want that for Arsenal. But we open up a can of worms the moment we sacked Unai Emery. If Liverpool did that with Klopp, then we wouldn't be where we are now. So sort out from the top first from an unbiased person. Ken, thank you for that, man. Thank you. I've been saying that. The academy has a gem in Charlie Patino. Just signed a permanent contract, and he's another Jack Wilshere and Ramsey, and training with the first team. Is very good news. Watch your space. Cyril, I've got to say as well, yeah. I was watching Aaron Ramsey, Juventus, man. I was thinking, Aaron Ramsey. Anyway, he's no longer an Arsenal player. So if we were going to continue on a defensive football tactic, it had better be Simeone. He's a proper manager. He'll tell you, right, now would we write our roster right and quick? And he would have gotten rid of a lot of these players. A manager every 2 years won't change anything, only make us worse and weaker as well. Arteta needs time to rebuild. Rodgers was sacked. Klopp had the same issues, worse record than Rodgers. And look where Klopp is now. Yeah, look where Klopp is now. Look where Arsenal now. Yeah, Socrates is getting a chance to play, but do we know if our number 10 was given any chance to play in any of our squads? He's been with us since 2013. He's had a good run. Just can't speculate without knowing what's happening behind the scenes. He was given a chance. He played under Arsene Wenger, Unai Emery, and a little bit under Mikel Arteta. He's had a good run. Good 7 years worth. I'm not sure where you're coming with that. At the same stage, Alex, Alex, to get a rebuild done means a major investment. Arsenal don't want to do that. Instead, it's called trust the process. No world-class manager will arrive, as trust the process is happening now. Major investments means, again, everything has to happen at the top. It's going to be more of the same unless things change at the top. Unless we can get KSE out, we're going to see the same thing. But you're right. We need not only a major investment, but a change of mentality. You can throw money at a problem, but unless you change the mentality, what's going to happen? It's going to be more of the same. There's certain parts, I make comparisons, but if people have a bad image of themselves and you throw money to them, they're going to continue to have a bad image of themselves unless you can give them hope. Then money might mean something to them. But throwing money at a problem is not going to change anything. It doesn't guarantee anything. Whoops. Youth could be the way forward. It's part and parcel of the way forward. You know, I mean, to the extreme, get rid of all these players and play the youth players. That is the extreme. But you want a mixture, don't you? Arsenal don't have the money. We don't have the money unless we sell certain players. Hope is all good and healthy. Your way though. Your way though. Thank you for that. I think it will only get worse if we keep him and don't want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. I agree with the rest. We shouldn't keep changing managers every 1 to 2 years. Every new manager will want his style and his players just chopping and changing every time a new manager comes in, destabilizing the club even further. Saniki. Next, we Burnley let me guess playing out from the back and the sides. We'll have to wait and see. When we sack the manager and don't give him give the new manager to improve the team, then sacking the first manager wouldn't make sense. Shaka is slower than the He's slower than the London bus for sure. Instead of sacking managers, we need to sack the board. Most of our problems is because of bad decisions from the board. I totally agree. It was an 8-2 under Wenger against Man United, 10-2 over 2 legs against Bayern under Emery. Sacking Arteta now would be foolish. What then? Arsenal will move up soon. Can you imagine if Twitter had been around? Oh, you know, social media opened up a can of worms. It kind of happened just towards the end of Fergie's reign. I wonder how he would have coped. Seeing all the players tweeting out, oh, you know what, Fergie played the wrong squad, he played the wrong formation. Fergie would have had a, oh, God, dear man. He would have, I don't know what Fergie would have done, man. God, goodness gracious. I think you may be misunderstanding us, Ingers. We are not Arteta in. We don't want another reset button, and we don't trust a proper manager who oh my goodness, manager will be brought in. But I would give Arteta until January. I know he will turn up, but he needs to do the right thing. Get rid of a lot of the players. So I do agree with Ingers on that. Stop playing the players who've been failing. Stop playing your Shakas. Stop playing your Bellerins. Stop playing those players. Rodgers had done better at the same point as Klopp, but still sacked. It's not about the instant success. It's the fact we are skydiving fast to the bottom. He has not even held us a proper to previous level. We have not dropped a little. We have crashed. What's the breaking news? Oh, we've just been talking about Max Allegri. Samuel, where is he? Yeah, Max Allegri has spoken about, oh, you know, it's time for me to get back into managerial, you know, managing a club. And what's happened? People have jumped on the bandwagon and thought, oh, he's coming back. He's coming to Arsenal. It doesn't mean that. He's just saying it's time for him to get back to managing a club. It doesn't necessarily mean he wants to come to Arsenal. Doesn't mean that. And the other bit of news as well, we saw, yes, the boy wonder, Gavin Martinelli, play in the under-21s alongside Saliba, Socrates. Well, you can see it there. All the players there, only for Arsenal to lose 3-0 against AFC Wimbledon, and we got 2 players sent off, one of which was William Saliba. You can see here. So that was the breaking news of today. Okay, at least Klopp teams was not that bad. They were still up there, but we need to stop comparing ourselves with other teams. We need to create our own vision. Ramsey did well for Juventus last night. He could win the Champions League this season. He could. I hope he does. I hope he does. The confidence has to be built in the team within 3 or 4 wins. Then we'll see see a pep in the players. But it's the players have to get it rather than the manager forcing them to get it. They've got to buy into his thoughts. Whoops. Sorry, guys, I just lost my Point of reference. Okay, now you're having a joke, man. Origi is for sale. Who would take Origi? Now, what managers have won anything within the world football within a minimal spend? Arteta is still playing the dead wood and not changing the team and system to suit the players. We will never move forward with Arteta. Arteta out. Again, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. A Klopp big spend, Allegri big spend, Mourinho big spend. 3 clubs. Origi would be our best striker instantly, Kent. Well, even above Martinelli. Have you ever looked at Arsenal as a gateway for players? That is how I see Arsenal the past 10 years. Yeah, I can't see Martinelli staying with us for 10 years. He has said that he wants to stay for us for a long time. It's not going to happen, man. I am trusting the process. I ask you, what is the process? I'm not seeing coaching. My team look unfit. He's got a lot of work to do, Arteta. I'm saying 1-0 to the Arsenal against Burnley. Oof. Bring Arsene Wenger in as a director of football. He able to give some advice to Arteta. Arteta, it's not working at the moment. He does need someone to tell him what you're doing, Arteta. What you doing, man? You're putting your position at risk. Colin, Alex, let us talk about the process, shall we? If you want to. Agreed. He's not going to change. We will get relegated with Arteta. All players' social medias should be banned. They're there for a job that they're not doing. I'm more interested in their looks and Ferrari pictures. I just wonder, Fergie, man, God, dearie me. Alex Fergie became manager and it did not win a title. Yeah, that's another example. See? That's 7 years. We need to exercise a bit of patience as Arsenal fans. Levan J, thank you for that comment. Free the children. It is time to free the children. We've only literally sacked one man in 20 years. When this time was up, that doesn't count as a sack. Freddie was just an interim manager. I'm waiting for the cheap option of Arteta, so only Emily. And look what we did to him. Look what we did to him. Look how we treated him. Aziz, yes, bring that boy to the dirt team immediately. What is an Origi? Audience says, I hope you'll be back in the top 4. I respect Arsenal. Oh, thank you for that, man. Thank you. Would you have kept Ramsey for... A difficult one. Difficult one. He wanted to have the same level of wages as our number 10, didn't he? Difficult one, man. Difficult one. Okay, guys, last few. So Sky out, please. Okay. Catch you all soon. Yes, I'll be back for the evening segment with my brother. From the look of things, I think the players are slowly losing confidence in the coach. Yeah, I agree. They're slowly downing tools on Mikel Arteta. Looks like there's some kind of a tension in the background that's just waiting to explode. I completely agree with you, Henry. Not over Martinelli. Alex, I'm speaking currently over Lacquer. Oh, right, sorry. Okay. Look at Leicester. They didn't have that many big price tag players, but came in from Championship and won the league. But yet still the coach got sacked next season. We will continue crying this way if management won't be able to give coaches money to buy players. Arteta wanted Hussein Oar and other players, no money to buy, even if buying coach. Okay. Great show. I've got to get back to work. Colin, I'll be back in the evening. And you know what? I've caught up with all the live comments. A great show. Thank you for that, Levan. And we are done and dusted for this morning segment here. Guys, I'll be back around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I haven't done any thumb arts or anything like that. Hopefully, I'll be back with my brother. Talk about, morning's news. So, guys, please, if you're new and you've seen Canal 42 for the first time, hopefully it's not the last time, make sure you subscribe, people. Yeah, hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. I'm in my original position here. You know, I used to be in this position back in the day, and I can change all over the place. But it's good to be back in my original position without being outside the Emirates, because outside the Emirates is very, very cold, man. Very, very cold. But guys, make sure you subscribe to Canon 4 TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. What I am going to do, because you can see the ticker tape. Yeah. Who can tell where that theme tune comes from? I'm going to play the video which tells you how you too can become a member if you would only just press the join button. Yes, it does tell you there, ticker tape, what is involved when you become a member. Discounted merchandise. Also, you get behind the scenes footage. You see how I edit my videos. You also see how my brother and myself feared when we went to the Emirates tour. We went pitch side, we went in the tunnel, we went to the changing rooms taking photos, and we ended up in the media center, and we did like some silly videos there. So you get to see all that and some other footage and some other perks. But I'm going to run the video, which will tell you what you can do if you would only just press that button which says join, which is next to or under or over the subscribe button. Until then, I will see you in roughly 7 hours time, giving some more live news. Hopefully I'll be joined by my brother right here on Canon 4 TV. So until then, I shall see you later. Stay tuned and watch this video, which tells you how you too, again, can become a member on Canon 4 TV. Hi, and welcome back to Canon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Well, this is a special video introducing our new membership scheme. Membership scheme, I hear you say? Yes, YouTube have allowed all content creators to have a membership scheme, and it's open to all our subscribers. Let me just get one thing straight right about now. All the content that you've been seeing for the last 2.5 years will remain to be free. So that's the Voice of Reason, that is the live shows, the broadcasts, the easy talks, all those content there is going to remain to be free. Okay, so I've got it off my chest. With the membership scheme, you get certain perks. With those perks, you'll get to see behind the scenes footage that probably nobody's seen before. Maybe, I'm not sure if you want to see. You also get early release of certain videos. And of course, with the player profile videos, where you ask us to do a video on a specific player, we'll give you a shout out, we'll mention you, and that'll be literally earmarked as if it was a present from us to you. With those formats there and the perks, they will come with a small price to be paid for the month. So with the lower level, which is going to be a bronze Canon, you'll get the shout out in the live chats, and also with the chat, if you are a member, it will go right to the top of the page that we must and we will mention you. And you also get like a free emoji and GIF with that as well. With the silver Canon, again, you'll get all behind the scenes footage, all the bloopers, all the things that we've tried to keep away from you. But yeah, there'll be a small price to be paid for that. That's roughly standing at £4.99. It will vary from country to country. So wherever you're on, there'll be a slight difference in that. And like I said, we're trying to maintain the future of Canon 4 TV across the whole platform. So by all means, you know, we would love you to be a part of the membership scheme there. There are going to be perks, including discounts for all the merchandise currently running on Canon 4 TV. So that is the reason why we're doing the membership scheme. Again, you don't have to join it. All the content I'm going to repeat will remain to be free. But part of the membership scheme, you'll have all those perks there. Again, there's going to be a free Q&A live session with me and maybe my brother every Thursday. You also get early footage of early releases. And of course, you'll get the discount as well as all the bloopers and the behind the scene footage right here on this lovely channel, which is called Canon 4 TV. So we would love you to be part of the membership scheme. Please, the video is up and running now, and it's free to all the subscribers, all the viewers that's ever viewed Canon 4 TV. So for myself, Alex, and of course for my brother and Monty and everyone from Canon 4 TV, welcome, please, to the membership scheme.